Hello folks, welcome to UFOs Around the World. So today we're going to be talking about the Telepathy Tape. Now there's a season 2 and there's an interview that I'm going to share with you, a clip of that interview, and it's on Dr. Miriam Biliak. It's the woman from the Big Bang Theory. And she's got Ky Dickens on, and they go through something here on what's going to be on season 2, and it's just like insane. And I want to share it with you. It's about 6-7 minute clip, something like that. I want to play it for you and stuff like that. But if you don't know what the Telepathy Tapes is, Ky Dickens has been doing an investigation into these non-speaking children, these, they say, non-verbal autistic children, and where people think they might be a bit slow and they're not understanding things. Well, it's far from it. They're actually very smart. They're actually able to go into another realm, go to the hill and do teachings in another realm and stuff like that. They have these cards and these tablets where they can communicate with their teachers and stuff. So the teacher can ask a question telepathically, and these children will know what it's saying, and they can reply on these tablets without even speaking, or the teacher doesn't even need to speak. It's insane, it really is, and I recommend everybody goes and listens to the Telepathy Tapes, which is these, when you click on them, there's 7 of them. But this is season 2 that's coming out now, and this is insane, so check this out. Let's get this on.
What else season 2 is going to cover in the field of consciousness?
So where we left season 1, I mean, it kind of leaves with someone passing away and other non-speaking individuals with apraxia, who we talk about in season 1, if you haven't listened to it, who are able to communicate telepathically from a long distance, are able to telepathically communicate with this young man who passed away.
And they also know
where he is and what he looks like.
And when he died.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, someone explain it.
All right.
That's the striking moment where these children, without being told, there's no possible way that information could have gotten to them, all seem to know that a friend of theirs passes.
Yeah. That kind of brought up.
As insane as that is, like, that's also comforting to think that, hold on, there is something there then. And these children are able to get into that realm, that to connect with, that they did not know. I've listened to the tapes. They did not know that their friend had died, but yet they was able to communicate and find stuff out about it. Like I said, go and listen to it before season 2 comes out. You really do need to listen to the Telepathy Tapes. But this year, man, this
up some questions around consciousness, surviving death, and who else can access it, and what is it? Like, where are we going? Because it doesn't seem to be that out of reach for some of the non-speakers that we profile in the first season. So our first episode looks at near-death experiences, going back not just recently, like 5,000 years in ancient civilizations, from China to Sumer to Mesopotamia, and how many of our afterlife beliefs that popped up all over the world and look very similar weren't just ideas. They were reports from people who'd been there and come back. And so we kind of look at that, and if we can understand like what people are thinking or saying, where we're going, and this has been, throughout Native America, like all over the world, same concept of where we're going, then from there we can look at, okay, well, if we are going somewhere, it seems that way, then can you communicate from that divide? And then we look into mediumship and try to unpack it scientifically, but also compare if mediumship is real and someone's connecting with spirits. Obviously, the means of doing that would be telepathy. And we bring in a non-speaker in episode 2 who can both communicate from a distance with the living as well as the dead.
Can you explain what that's...
Is that not just insane, guys, or what? Just you imagine your child, non-verbal, you think that he's a bit behind or she's a bit behind. When she's far from it, he's far from it. They're able to communicate with the dead. They'll be able to communicate with, they're probably communicating with the passed on grandmother and great grandmother, and who knows? Could go on and on and on. This is incredible, and I think the amount of people that don't know about this, and I just want to bring eyes to it, just by showing you this short little clip. Got a bit more of it to play here, but this is just fascinating. If this doesn't water your taste buds for season 2, I don't know what will.
It's like, just for us to understand someone who is distinguishing between, this is a person who's alive and I'm able to tap into their brain, their
Yeah.
consciousness, their thoughts, versus, oh, this is a person who is not here anymore, and I have information that only you and they would know.
Yeah. Well, it's really interesting. And she's a joy to talk to, and she's young. She's 11, so but, the mediumship really started happening, I think, for her big time after season 1 came out. And her mom started saying she's being visited all the time, but these are messages from people we barely know. Or like we'll be on an airplane and she'll say, you need to tell this person that.
No, that freaks me out.
Yeah.
Have you used legal aid since 2007? You could be owed compensation after a major data breach. The Ministry of Justice.
Yeah.
Any examples of things that she got on airplanes that like people needed to know? Like it's not like, hey, you should tie your shoe.
No, it's very specific.
In season 1, the boy who knew the guy was writing the book. Josiah.
Yeah.
That one, I was like, I can try and explain and anecdote my way out of everything. When I got to that episode, I'm stumped. So this sounds similar. There's information that is accurate and specific that can be communicated.
We have this example in that episode 2, where she starts typing, says, I have a message for Hunter Chastain, a very specific name. And the mom is like, I met this guy once at like a conference. And it was from his mother who had passed. And, the non-speaker, the mom's name is Maura. She didn't know that this mom passed. And then Amelia starts typing like something about horses and the Derby and all this stuff. And she's like, what the heck? So she calls this man, Hunter Chastain.
No.
And Hunter's like, yeah. My mom passed and her thing was the Derby. And I've just recently started teaching my daughter to ride horses.
No, it makes me feel scared. It makes me feel scared.
What makes you feel scared about it?
When things like that are articulated, I don't have a materialist framework to wrap my head around it.
Right.
So what it leaves open is like every possibility of things that we're told cannot be real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like this huge what if. And
exactly.
he's just like, that's what I predicted. Like, he's Mr. Energy. Like, I knew it. Like, when we started listening to Telepathy Tapes, he's like, oh, yeah, totally.
What I think happens to you is that you feel for a moment, because you think so much.
Right.
And you just, brain is constantly humming.
Yeah.
And for a moment, when you're speaking, you're sharing that example, what happens, in my opinion, is that she feels just how thin the veil is to the other side.
Yeah.
And that the division between living, dead, what's said, what isn't said is so paper thin that with the right tool, with the right sensing, it's just there.
Right.
And then also it may be like, if that is true, well, it starts to break down her worldview.
Right.
But then also she's like, are they hearing all of my thoughts? Because there's a lot of thoughts in there.
They're mostly about you.
That's the trickiest topic, actually, that we tackle this season, because mediumship comes with all sorts of charge around it.
A lot of baggage.
Right? And if like a sanctioned holy man can talk to the dead, like that's really okay. Then you're holy. But if you're a woman doing it, you're a witch.
He was like, the Derby was her thing. What else was in that message?
That's one of the things we look into. I mean, mediumship carries a lot of baggage. I mean, and there have been like smoky fake seances and apparitions, and it's like been the most exploitive, crooked field, if you will. And in that episode, we try to go find, are there legit?
It's the thing, you get all these mediums that are just absolutely just conning people, saying that they're speaking to your relatives for money. I think we've all been to one of them people over in your life at some point. I think I've definitely been to one where they just say, oh, I know, I'm getting the word Steve, no, Gary, Connor, Mary, and eventually they get to a name, you're like, yeah, and they're like, then they rope you in, like, yeah, I'm getting like a sore throat, no, maybe a sore leg, yeah, sore leg, yeah, that's it, yeah, to carry on, we need a bit more money, yeah, so what I'm doing is, I'm getting she's dead, yeah, she's dead, yeah, I'm getting she did love you, yeah, well, it was me mother, so, yeah, I'm guessing she would anyway, just a lot of bollocks. We had it with Most Haunted. Remember with Derek Okora? They put an anagram of Derek Okora, which was Creed Kafer, and it said Derek Faker, I think it was. And he said it out. He said Creed Kafer, and then they knew then he was just talking bollocks and just like conning people and stuff like that. So yeah, there is a lot of people out there. And so just play a little bit more of this, and we'll end it, and then I'll direct you to where to go and look for it.
Mediums. Can we scientifically prove it, vet them, look at them from every angle, and then we do a deep dive on one of those mediums, and then she meets this little girl Amelia, because what happens with Amelia is she's being overcome by not just non-speakers who want help because their parents haven't taught them to spell and they're locked they're locked in their body, but also spirits. And so we ask her, like, is there a difference? Like, how does a spirit sound versus a non-speaker? And she says non-speakers are really loud and persistent and like probably sound more like us if they're living, and that the spirits feel much more subtle and quiet, but they're like almost like universally happy. It's interesting, right? But she just wanted to be left alone. And
so did I catch that right? I might not have catched it right. So they're going to get these non-verbal children to send messages to these psychics to see if these psychics can actually pick it up. That's a fantastic experiment, because we know these children can do it. Are they going to try and catch these humans out? And I can't catch it. I can't get it. I can't get what you're saying. Yeah, it must be. I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night. I've had too many Coca-Colas. All the excuses and stuff. I can see it now. I can already see it now. Because people make a living off this. Like, I see it on TikTok live all the time, YouTube lives. They're just like bullshitting. People said that the remote viewing and they're getting psychic messages from Free Eye Atlas. That's Anunnaki coming back, square-headed aliens with little antennas and stuff like that. And it's like just a rock, just a comet or something in the fucking sky. So yeah,
know how to handle that. And then her mom was like, once people realized that she could hear, it's like the influx of both non-speakers and spirits were coming through. But from the guise of mediumship being an exploitive field, we kind of look at that, because what does this 11-year-old have to gain? Nothing.
That's the best part of it coming through the vessel of an 11-year-old. It's not monetized.
Right.
And this is kind of where I was going with what did the message offer the person, because it's like she is being overwhelmed. And she doesn't know what to do with it, I would imagine.
Right.
And I've heard about this before, where people who have an intuition or an ability to hear other realms, like maybe there's a lack of people in the call center. So if one of them is in the call center who shows proficiency, they get overwhelmed. And then I'm like, well, are the messages she's able to share with people really impactful? And if she's not monetizing it, then that sort of gives a little bit more objectivity.
Right.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on. Watching it zip away feels like it might just keep going, right? Nope.
She's a very inconvenient thing for people, right? Because you can't just say, oh, she's trying to make money off of this or do this or do this. It's like she just wants to help people. And I forgot how she said it, but we have this line in the episode of her being like, when people hear this, they know they can become happy that their loved one isn't gone. Like they're right there. And that's
what it is, real, genuine comfort from people that really do have this talent. So that I'm going to not share any more of that, but this will be in the link in the description, and it is Dr. Mayim Bialik, I think that's her name. And it's a lady from The Big Bang Theory. She's got a really good podcast, actually. In fact, why am I not subscribed to it? There you go, subscribe to it. Let's go over here. So yeah, if you go and listen to the Telepathy Tapes, you can find them. Just type in Telepathy Tapes. Go and listen to them on YouTube. You can listen to them on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, stuff like that. And take a look at the Ky Dickens' interviews on Joe Rogan. Obviously, this one that I've just shared with you. It's going to be really interesting, I think, to see season 2. They're connecting with the dead and stuff. How can that'll just be insane. Can you imagine if they can prove that someone can actually do that? The amount of comfort that you can get from it. Like you could have people you could be getting. There's so many things you could do when you know someone's being legit and they can actually communicate with people from the dead. It could be used for so much good, to comfort people, to stop people go, because the amount of people that spiral into depression, suicide and stuff like that because family members or friends have gone and stuff like that. It could just be used for so much good, I think. And I hope that these children get the chance to show what they can do and get the opportunity to put it to good use on the planet, because very good. They could technologically advanced the planet as well with the messages and the downloads and the hill, the realm, and the hill's another thing that not spoke about is in here. If you go and watch the Telepathy Tapes, you'll know about the hill and the realm where they go to. It's like another world where they have these teachings and things like that. It's just, you need to go and listen to it. I'm not the best one to explain it to you. I'm just trying to get eyes to it, as I always do, like to drag eyes to it. So, as always, thank you for watching. It is a short one. Please drop a like, subscribe. And I'll love you and leave you. And I'll see you on the next one. Good night.